we are going to make our way through a mini Kapha balancing yoga practice. But again, before we go there, before we get into our practice, let's backtrack and talk about what Kapha is and how we can use our practice to balance those Kapha imbalances. Kapha is the elements of earth and water. And these elements hold the qualities of heavy, stable, stagnant, oily, liquid, right? Or even sticky and cloudy. And Kapha tends to congregate in the stomach as well as the chest and the throat. So some of the imbalances we see with Kapha are physically we see weight gain or just general heaviness in the belly. We see congestion, so colds or allergies. We also tend to see mentally more attachment within the mind or just dullness within the mind. So what needs to happen in a Kapha balancing yoga practice is we need to bring in more space, more air, and more fire. So that means our practice is going to be more vinyasa-like, a dynamic yoga practice that still focuses on stimulating those digestive organs, just like with the Vata dosha, but we'll also spend a lot of time standing up, right? Finding more of those energizing postures and opening through the front, the back, and the side of the heart. So to get started today, we are gonna just come into a comfortable seat. We're gonna work on making our way all the way to standing as quick as we can. Once you find your way to your seat, you can close your eyes, drop your shoulders away from your ears, and continue to keep the heart open. And just maybe even notice where you land in this seat. A lot of times, especially because we are on our computers and our phones a lot, we have a tendency to hinge forward. So maybe you work on rolling back, rooting through your sit bones and reaching the crown of your head up. Now, as you find this seat, you can start to connect to your breath. If you are feeling that Kapha energy, or you're working with someone that has a Kapha imbalance, you might even start with a lion's breath or a cleansing breath. So we can inhale through the nose. Nice big open mouth. Exhale. You can even do that 1 to 2 more times. If you took those open mouth exhales, close the lips and start to find your way to your Ujjayi breath. Inhaling through your nose and taking that same HA exhale, but this time out through the nose rather than the mouth. Once you found that connection to your breath, use an in-breath to sweep your arms up to the sky, interlace your fingers, and you can keep your eyes open or blink, or keep them closed or blink them open. And with an exhale, press your palms forward, drop your chin into your chest. Inhale to reach up. You might even let your gaze follow your hands. Exhale, press your palms forward, chin into your chest. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to press forward. And you're going to do this just a few more times using these seated cat and cows to start opening the front and the back of the heart. Now the next time you reach your hands and your arms up and over your head, use an exhale to bring your left hand to the earth and reach your right hand over your head. push that right hip down, and then can you shift your gaze upward? So with Vata, our Dristi tended to shift toward the earth for more of that earth energy. Whereas with Kapha, we're going to work on shifting our gaze forward or up to keep the heart space open. Now then in breath, cartwheel the arms up through center, and then exhale just to the opposite side. Push down through that left hip. Shift your gaze upward. Feel the side body open, starting to find some space between your ribs. Now we'll let this movement become a little more dynamic. Inhale, cartwheel through center, and then exhale, cartwheel to your left. Center, and then to your right. And just 2 more times on each side. Starting to release any of that sticky energy caught between the ribs. Your next in-breath, bring both hands and arms up to the sky. And with that exhale, make your way to hands and knees. So however you need to get there, continue to stack your joints, spread your fingers. And with an in-breath, lift to your full cow pose. With an exhale, tuck your toes under, glide your hips up and back, downward facing dog. In this first round of dog, we'll spend a little time here. So maybe you sway your hips, maybe you pedal out your feet. If there's any tension in the head or the neck, you can shake it out. And then bring any rocking or shaking back to stillness. With an in-breath, you're going to draw your right leg up behind you, and with an exhale, pull your knee to your nose, activating the core. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, bring your right foot between your hands. Keep that back knee lifted. Inhale, shift your heart forward, pull your shoulders back to your cow lunge. Now then exhale, nose to knee, to your cat lunge, pulling that right hip down. Inhale back to your lunge, and with an exhale, take a walk to your left and release into your wide-legged fold. Outsides of the feet are parallel. Hands can come under your head. Inhale, lift up onto your fingertips, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, melt back down to the earth. Now inhale, stand all the way up, star pose. And with an exhale, draw your toes out, heels in cactus, your arms for horse pose, or also known as goddess pose. Feel the heart expand and open here. Now with an in-breath, reach back up, star pose. And with an exhale, find your crescent lunge back to the top of your mat. So your right foot will toe forward. You'll perch up onto your left toes. Inhale here. Exhale, drop your hands to the earth. And step that left foot up to meet the right. Release into Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale to cactus your arms, drawing the heart up, drawing your gaze up. Inhale, re-extend. And with an exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen your spine, create a flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, move back to your plank. With an in-breath, prepare, drop to your knees or shift to your tippy toes. And with an exhale, lower all the way to the earth. Inhale, right away, scoop the heart up, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. If you lost your breath in transition, use your downward dog to find it. Find that consistency and that flow. And with an in-breath, you'll draw your left leg up behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. Use the shape to really bring in that fire element. Inhale, re-extend. Bring your left foot between your hands. Keep that back knee lifted. Inhale to your cow lunge, extending your heart forward. And then exhale to your cat lunge, nose to knee. Inhale back to your lunge. Exhale, take a walk to the right. Release into your wide-legged fold. Hands come under your head. Inhale, lift up onto your fingertips. Exhale, melt back down. Inhale, star pose, standing all the way up. Exhale, horse or goddess pose. Letting the knees push out toward the pinky toes, expanding through your heart. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, high lunge to the top of your mat. Left foot toes forward, perch up onto the ball of that right foot. Inhale here. And with an exhale, drop your hands to the earth. Step your right foot up to meet your left and let go in that fold. Inhale, stand all the way up, gathering energy with that lift. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale to re-extend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step or float back to your plank. In breath to prepare. Exhale, lower to the earth, maybe even a hover. Inhale, roll forward to your cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And before we begin to add on, again, just check in. Already notice that shift in your energy, right? That heat radiating through the body. Maybe you feel a little out of breath. Return to that flow of your Ujjayi breath. With an in-breath, draw your right leg up behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, re-extend. Right foot between your hands. With an in-breath, you're going to come all the way up to your crescent lunge. And with an exhale, take an open arm twist to your right. Let the palms reach away from the body. The heart opens, that left hamstring activates. With an in-breath, rotate through center, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, take a walk to your left. With that exhale, release into your wide-legged fold. Inhale, lift up onto your fingertips, lengthen your spine. Exhale, melt back down. Inhale, stand up, star pose. With an exhale, back to your goddess. Keep the legs as they are. With an in-breath, bring your hands to your thighs. And then with an exhale, you're going to dip your right shoulder toward the earth and look to the left, bringing another twist into the mix. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, dip that left shoulder, look to the right. Come back through center and just hold for that exhale. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, high lunge to the top of your mat. Now as you arrive back in this lunge, steady your gaze. Bring your awareness to your core. We're going to start to bring in more of that air and that space, getting light throughout the body. With your next in-breath, you're going to shift all your weight into that left foot, drag that right foot up, and then sweep your arms behind you. Flex those left toes toward the earth. Expand through your heart, magnetizing your palms toward one another. Now with your next in-breath, stand all the way up, pulling your knee to your chest, arms to the sky. And then exhale, release your leg, your hands and your arms to Dasana. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step or float to your plank, and now let your breath lead you through that vinyasa. Traveling back to your downward facing dog. Within your breath, draw your left leg up behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. Re-extend. Left foot between your hands. Stay perched on the ball of that right foot. Inhale to your full crescent lunge. And with an exhale, twist to your left. With an in-breath, rotate through center. Reach those arms up. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, take a walk to your right. Exhale, release into your wide-legged fold. Inhale, lift up onto your fingertips, lengthen your spine. Exhale, melt back down. Inhale, star pose, standing all the way up. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale, hands to your thighs, stay open through your heart. Exhale, dip that right shoulder and look to your left. Come back through center. Dip that left shoulder, look to your right. Come back through center and hold. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, crescent lunge to the top of your mat. And another thing we want to do when we are working with those that are kapha imbalanced or kapha dominant is give praise. Right? So right now, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. Let's bring in air and space. And with an in-breath, we're going to drag that back foot up. Lift it up. Sweep your arms back, your heart forward. Get light as you lift, you fly. Continue to breathe. And with an in-breath, come to standing, pulling your knee into your chest, your arms to the sky. Exhale, let everything go. That foot lands, hands and arms come down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step or float to your plank. Your breath leads you back to your dog. And even though this movement is more dynamic, continue to let it be intentional and mindful. Let your downward dog be that place where you return to your breath. Within your breath, draw that right leg up behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. Re-extend. Right foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open arm, twist to your right. Inhale, come through center. And with an exhale, move right into your goddess pose. This time you're going to keep the legs as they are. With an in-breath, open the arms wide. And with an exhale, reach your hands forward. Palms connect. Chin comes into your chest. So you open through the back of the heart. And you'll begin to pulse the legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Hold. Inhale, star pose, lengthening everything. Exhale, high lunge to the top of your mat. With an in-breath, shift forward, get light, fly. Heart forward, arms and left leg back. Now inhale, stand up, pull that knee into the chest, arms to the sky, a little different here. With an exhale, flying chair. Feel the heart expand, the palms continue to magnetize toward one another. And we're going to take 3 of these flying chairs. See if you can connect to an open mouth exhale to release any stagnants. Inhale, lift your heart and arms. And then exhale, let it go. 2 more. Inhale, chair. Exhale, sweep the arms back, interlace your hands at your lower back. Pull the knuckles down, feel the heart open. And then drop your chest to your thighs, chin to your chest, begin to lengthen your legs and reach your hands toward the back of your head. And again here, noticing that shift in energy from those flying chairs, that lightness that it created through your body and your mind. Now then exhale, release your hands to the earth. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands up or float to your plank, and your breath guides you back to your down dog. Last side here. Find your breath. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Re-extend. Left foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open arm twist to your left. Inhale, come back through center. And then exhale, right into goddess pose. Legs stay as they are. Inhale, open your arms wide. Exhale, reach your hands forward. Palms connect, chin into the chest, creating space through the back of the heart. Start to pulse. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to hold. Inhale, star pose. Crescent lunge to the top of your mat. With your next in-breath, get light, shift forward. Heart opens, arms and right leg sweep back. Inhale, pull that knee to the chest, arms to the sky. Exhale, flying chair. Connect to your breath. 3 more. Inhale. Let it go. 2 more. Inhale, chair. Exhale, take your hands to your lower back. Interlace your fingers. Open your heart. And then drop your chest to your thighs, chin to your chest. And again, begin to lengthen the legs. Continue to reach your hands toward the back of your head. Exhale, release, hands drop to the earth. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step or float to your plank, and then find your way to your dog. Maybe you take another cleansing breath here, releasing any stagnance that you dug up, releasing any last bits of heaviness. When you're ready, shift your gaze forward. Step or float your feet to the top of your mat. And then you'll simply bend your knees, bring your bottom all the way down. And we're going to bring in just a little more fire, stimulating those digestive organs. So you're going to make your way to your Navasana, your boat pose. And as long as it feels okay in the lower back, I want you to reach the hands forward. Imagine you're holding on to something. Inhale, reach it up and over your head. And then exhale, twist to your right. Come back through center. Twist to your left. Now move with your breath. If this is still irritating your lower back, but you want to move through these shapes, you can bring your toes to the earth for additional support. Continue to breathe. We'll just twist to each side one more time. The next time you come through center, you can either extend the arms forward or hold the backs of the knees as you mindfully lower all the way to the earth. With an in-breath, take a full body stretch. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. And then drop your feet to the earth. Feet will be about hip distance apart. Outsides of the feet are parallel. Drop your hands next to your hips. One more heart opener. Inhale, lift your hips to your bridge pose. If you'd like, tuck your shoulders under your back. Interlace your fingers to create a little more space. Release any clenching through your glutes. One more in breath. And exhale, melt all the way down. Draw your knees into your belly. Bring your hands to your shins, that space right below your knees, and then pull your knees off towards your armpits. Drop your lower back toward the earth. So I call this a baby, happy baby. If this feels good, you can stay here or find that full expression of your happy baby, flexing your feet to the sky and dropping the tops of your thighs toward the earth. And if any movement wants to come with a happy baby, go ahead and take it. Now, if you're swaying, you'll sway back through center. Mindfully bring your knees back into your belly. And then extend your legs up to the sky. You can drop your hands next to your hips or reach them over your head. And so inversions are really good for kaphas, but especially if kaphas are newer to a yoga practice, a headstand or handstand or any of those can be pretty challenging. So legs up the wall is another great option. If blocks are available, you can always slide a block under the lower back to lift the hips a little higher. Using the shape to increase circulation and to flush out any heaviness, any stagnance that's still dwelling in the lower extremities. Drop the knees back into the chest and the belly. And we are going to make our way into Shavasana. And here's the deal with Kapha and Shavasana. Kaphas are already comprised of earth, and once they come down to the earth, it's harder for them to get back up. They might even fall asleep pretty quickly. So if you are guiding a yoga practice for someone that is Kapha or Kapha imbalance, I'd recommend a very short Shavasana here, or you can always guide them up into a comfortable seat, so it becomes more of a seated meditation. And so you can take a moment to choose which variation your body needs in this moment. And once you do arrive, again, tap into where you're at, your energy, your body, your mind, your spirit. And all of those shifts and those changes. And what those elements are able to do to create that shift and that change. So in this case, we were tapping into more fire, more air, and more space. Maybe if you were feeling depleted or burnt out, maybe this practice made you feel a little more exhausted. So in that case, you might want to bring more earth into your practice. If you were feeling that Kapha energy, you were feeling tired or lethargic, maybe you now feel, or you should feel, a little more energized in a way. Take what time you need here in your Shavasana or your seated meditation. And when you're ready to move on, I'll see you in the next video.